The first charity towards our neighbours is to be exerted towards our neighbours. This must not seem a pun to you. There is charity towards God and charity towards our neighbours. Charity towards our neighbours comprises also charity towards ourselves. But if we love ourselves more than our neighbours, we are no longer charitable. We are selfish. Also, in lawful matters, we must be so holy as to always give priority to the needs of our neighbour. Be sure, my children, that God provides for the generous by means of his power and his bounty. It was this certainty that led me to Hebron to assist my relative in her condition, and to my eagerness for human help, God, giving beyond measure as he is wont, added an unforeseen gift of supernatural assistance. I went to give material help, and God sanctified my good intention by sanctifying through it the fruit of Elizabeth's womb. And by means of that sanctification, by which the Baptist was pre-sanctified, he relieved the physical pain of the elderly daughter of Eve, who had conceived at an unusual age. Elizabeth, a woman of fearless faith and confident submission to God's will, deserved to understand the mystery that was enclosed within me. The Spirit spoke to her through the bouncing in her womb. The Baptist pronounced his first speech as the announcer of the Word through the veils and the diaphragms of veins and flesh that separated and united him at the same time to his Holy Mother. Neither did I deny my prerogative of being the mother of the Lord, because she was worthy of the information, and the light had revealed itself to her. To deny it would have meant denying God the praise that it was just should be given to him, the praise that I bore in me, and which, since I could not tell anyone, I repeated to the herbs, to the flowers, to the stars, to the sun, to the singing birds and the patient sheep, to the warbling waters, to the golden light that kissed me descending from heaven. But it is sweeter to pray together rather than say our prayers by ourselves. I would have liked the world to know of my destiny, not for my own sake, but that they might join me in praising my Lord. Prudence forbade me from revealing the truth to Zacharias. That would have implied going beyond the work of God. And if I was his spouse and mother, I was still his servant, and I could not take the liberty of substituting him and exceeding him in a decree simply because he loved me beyond measure. Elizabeth, in her holiness, understood and was silent, because a holy person is always submissive and humble. The gift of God must increase our goodness. The more we receive from him, the more we must give. Because the more we receive, the more obvious it is that he is with us and within us. And the more he is with us and within us, the more we must endeavour to reach his perfection. That is why I worked for Elizabeth, postponing my own work. I was not afraid that I would not have time. God is the master of time. He provides for those who hope in him, also in normal things. Selfishness does not speed matters up. It delays them. Charity does not delay. It speeds up. Always bear that in mind. How much peace there was in Elizabeth's house. If I'd not been worried about Joseph and my child, who was the Redeemer of the world, I would have been happy. But the cross was already casting its shadow on my life. And I heard the voices of the prophets like a knell. My name was Mary. Bitterness was always mingled with the sweetness that God poured into my heart. And it increased more and more until the death of my son. But when God calls us, Mary, to the destiny of victims for his glory, oh, it is sweet to be ground like corn in the millstone, to convert our pain into a bread that can strengthen the weak and make them capable of reaching heaven. Now, it is enough. You are tired and happy. Rest now with my blessing.